Okay, welcome back to Icewind Dale. It's nice to have you along again. And we'll have a new player joining us. But, Mr. Bugs, just hold still for a second. I'll introduce you into the session fairly early on. But, so if you remember last week, you all find yourself in Icewind Dale. And why don't I take you across to the big old map of Icewind Dale so you can get a perspective on where it is. And Icewind Dale has been plunged
You,
into
I,
an...
I need to rejoin it. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Apologies for thing. How do I rejoin that?
Uh,
Oi.
inside of roll 20, you need to launch the game
Yeah.
from inside of there.
So
Ah,
if you
yeah.
go to the cog and then right at the bottom, once you click on the cog, there's reconnect.
Yeah. Cool. All right. There we go. Done it. I thought I was in, but it was just the last session.
Okay.
Okay.
You're definitely missing Malamak. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
There we go.
Yes. Okay, so I'll wait for you to pop up there, and then I'll carry on with my monologue.
Sorry for interrupting.
That's all right. Yeah, so
Thank you.
Icewind Dale, this entire map that you can see has been plunged into an endless winter. For nigh on 3 years now, there's been no spring, there's been no summer, and people in Icewind Dale have been getting desperate. The usual trades routes that come up via the spine of the world there along that red dotted path have closed up. The winter has just made the travel too treacherous. And so the 10 towns are on their own. Last week, you discovered that in Bryn Shander, they're actually sacrificing people to the Frostmaiden, who I'll talk about in a second. So they're sacrificing people every month or so in the hope to appease the Frostmaiden. Now, who is the Frostmaiden? That is O'Real the Frostmaiden. She is with there's kind of a strange aurora that happens every day across the Icewind Dales. And people are pretty sure that it's this demigod called O'Real who's casting this endless winter. I mean, she is the goddess of cold and frosts and winters. So she's widely blamed for this, and the villagers around the place are sacrificing people to her in the hope that this goddamn winter would stop. And people are getting desperate, people are going stir crazy, the usual crops are gone, the game is getting harder to find, because if it's hard for humans, it's also hard for elks, moose, and things like that. And it's almost, you can almost feel the tension between the towns as well. Like Bryn Shander is this nice enclosed space, but there's faraway places like Kirkonig, small town at the best of time. Dugan's Hole, another small town. How are they faring? Well, if you want to know, you're going to have to go visit those. And learned a couple of other things as well. You learned that there's been a murderer going around, killing people, seemingly for dodging out of the draws, because everybody's name gets put into the proverbial hat. The name that's brought out is the person that was sacrificed. And last week you saw Cray Sagor from Bryn Shander sacrificed. But you know these human sacrifices also happen in Targos and in East Haven. And those are where the murders are. Now you know the murderer, your prime suspect is this guy called Sephic Cultro, whose eyes glow blue and seems to have no effect. The cold doesn't seem to affect him. And he travels around on Torga Icevane's traveling merchant caravan. So if you found the traveling merchant caravan, maybe you'll find Sephic Culture as well and get to the bottom of this mystery. Further complicating things is a shipment of iron ingots that the dwarves have mined from here in the Dwarven Valley had got ambushed by a yeti. And his companions ran back to Bryn Shander. But this poor guy called Ubok, the dwarf, was left to be left alone and presumed dead. So on your way to investigate this yeti problem, you came across a bunch of goblins who, in a very misguided ambush, tried to take you down, but you managed to defeat them. And in the great tradition of D&D players everywhere, you looted the bodies and found some daggers and things like that. So, for tonight, can we have everybody, except for Mr. Bugs, please make me a perception check. First roll of the night. Everybody make me a perception check. Ooh,
18.
Wow, now we're talking. Who are we missing? Oh, there we go. Cal. Ooh.
Oh,
30.
All pretty good. Even Malama, 13 is plus 5 perception. 13 is below average. So you've gathered up the things, and then you hear off, kind of off to the side of this path you're on. You all hear a muffled. What do you do, brave band of adventurers?
Go to investigate?
Okay. Under some type of leather type blanket, you see something wriggling underneath it. Humanoid size?
What could this be? But if everybody's okay with it, I'll check it out.
good
And
Scar.
right, I'll
Okay.
I'll approach carefully, very carefully, and use my sword if I have to cut any ropes or anything around it.
Yeah, there's no rope. The tarp is just kind of lying on it. So you can remove the tarp easily enough.
Oh, in that case, I flick it back and leap back as I do so, just in case.
You leap back, and beneath it, you see Mr. Bugs. Why don't you explain to us all what Mr. Bugs looks like?
What the F are you?
I'm a small-sized bunny. I am a Herringon. And I look like a rabbit. And then,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I say, oh, thanks for helping me.
You can't because there's a big old gag in your mouth and your hands and feet
nice.
are bound. So you can say if you like.
So I say, with my eyes wide open. I'm
I think
stressing
the
out.
rabbit's trying to talk. Who ever heard of a talking rabbit? Are you seeing this? Has everybody seen this?
Yes.
I don't trust it.
It's not just me. then.
remove the gag and let's have a quick chat before we see what we do.
Hopefully he doesn't bite, but I'll give it a go.
Easy
But,
enough to remove the gag. And just quickly, Mr. Bugs, you got captured by these goblins. You don't know what they were doing, but you were wandering around here trying to get to East Haven, but you got lost and the goblins captured you. So, and you're up. What does Mr. Bugs say?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for saving me. I was traveling to East Haven. I got taken by some goblins. And now I'm here. So thank you so much.
Hey. Oh, I suppose rabbit stew's off the menu then.
I would hope so. And I start to
Alright.
back away a little bit as he says that.
Well, I didn't mean it like that. Some things just pop out of my mouth, and I don't know where they came from.
Yes, you really should be careful with your breath. We know how that sometimes goes.
Yeah, there is that too.
I feel that we shouldn't let this person wander alone amongst these wilds, especially if there are kobolds and goblins about.
He's real cute too.
Yeah, so thanks for saving me, but what were you guys doing here? How did you come about me?
Oh, we're looking for some iron ore. Have you heard of any iron ore going missing in your journeys?
You have not.
Not that I've heard of.
Huh.
Haven't heard anything of iron ore gone missing.
Why
I
were
was
you
just on
going?
my way to East Haven.
Why were you going to East Haven?
Would you like me to
Sorry.
help
Good
you with
question
that?
you got there. Pardon?
You're going to East
Yeah,
Haven because you heard
It wasn't for the beer, was it? Because the beer in Bryn Shander is awful. Have you tried good mead? Now they do a good honey mead.
You heard rumours, Mr. Bugs, about a cauldron that apparently supplies endless food. Not only endless food, but food enough to feed an entire town. And you know inherently how incredibly valuable that would be, because every town is starving, and every town would pay a pretty penny for this cauldron, which would effectively feed all their citizens every day, 3 square meals a day. So an incredibly valuable item, and you heard rumours that in East Haven you could find such an item.
And I heard news of a cauldron in East Haven that would feed enough for a whole town. And I was trying to get my hands on that one. You know what they say, people pay a lot for food these days.
I'm a bit sick of knucklehead fish or whatever it's called too. To be quite frank. East Haven, you say?
Do you know where this cauldron is? Where you could find it?
I just heard rumours of East Haven. I was gonna go. Hopefully I was gonna hear more once I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is at the moment, is a rumour. It's
Just
not like
rumours.
East Haven has it, but maybe you could find some leads in East Haven.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking for some iron or iron bars or iron ore. I can't remember what he told us. Iron something.
Iron
Ingots.
ingots.
Iron ingots.
And
What
we're
do you-
going that way, and East Haven's that way. But then maybe later we'll head back to East Haven because that cauldron sounds very interesting.
And
sorry,
there was
Go.
there was that other murder as well in East Haven, if I remember correctly. I think
That's
there was a human was killed there, and if you remember, I think there was a halfling who was killed in that other town, Targos, perhaps, if I remember.
Yeah.
Different directions on this map.
Well, perhaps
In
we
any
should.
case, in any
What do
case,
you-
I wouldn't recommend you going alone, Bugsin. If you don't mind taking
Well,
a
not with
detour,
these goblins out here. I've already been taken once.
if you don't mind taking a detour, perhaps you should stick with us. We'll sort out this iron business, and then perhaps we might find our way to East Haven in due course.
What's your iron business all about?
There's an iron ingots have been taken, presumably by a yeti. Some dwarves hired us to secure these and to bring them back to Bryn Shander.
Are you getting some payment for this iron ingot? Iron.
Oh. Well, what services can you provide? Are you handy with a bow?
I'm
With a
handy
knife?
with a rapier. And I'm
Okay.
a pretty good rogue.
All right, well, maybe there might be room for you. What do you think?
Well, if she can prove herself, then prove himself. Then I say
Look like a girl bunny
more the
rabbit
merrier.
It's hard to tell with rabbits.
Did anybody check? No.
Get away from my pants.
As you say. What do you say, Shajaya?
I agree with you. I think we should take the rabbit with us to keep him safe.
Well, if you're happy to join us, then let's go.
Are you hurt at all?
No, I just bit bruised. But not too bad. Just shocked more, so.
Well, from one cauldron into another.
Okay, and just quickly, for the benefit of Bugs, Cal, explain what Cal looks like. Just the cliff notes. What's Cal?
Well, I'm down here because I'm a dwarf, so don't look down on me. And this here's my axe.
think I'm actually looking you right in the eyes.
Harvin?
He's AWOL.
Oh, sorry. Yep, sorry. Shajaya?
Well, I'm an elf, and I've got dark hair, and I'm tall, and I'm a half elf.
Do like
I
elf.
High elf, yes.
Pardon me? High elf. Sorry, I look normal-ish. Don't be
Malama.
fooled.
Oh, yeah. You're one of those
Uh,
fancy folk.
Yeah.
I'm a 6'6" half orc, bald, greyish green
Nice to see.
complexion, and I come from the wilds, the Redhead Glacier, far to the northeast. And so I'm wearing a mismatched armor, but I'm barefoot, apart from my snowshoes, walking through this freezing cold snow, and I carry a big staff, a big shillelagh.
Nice. And Scar.
6'2". Got some blue kind of warp. It doesn't look. It's actually not actually war paint. It's part of his scales. He's got no hair because he's covered in lizardy kind of scales, fangs and dragony. He's dragonborn and covered in armor. His shield has in one top corner the symbol of the Morning Lord.
Nice. And actually, you noticed something else, Kel. Under the cover, you actually didn't notice it before, but there were 2 people actually captured by the goblins. What does Twitch look like? Mr. Twitch?
Sounds good.
He's into. I see him in Discord.
See him in Discord too. Oh wait, not my cat.
G'day. So,
There we go.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfectly clear.
Oh, great. Bane. So I'm a deep gnome rogue, bit filthy. Great. So, yeah, Twitch is a deep gnome rogue, bit filthy, leather armor, piercings, grumpy face, arrogant, does not give a fuck for anybody. Yeah, wearing leather armor, so like lightly armored, but the arrogance doesn't let him wear too much, you know? And he's normally sitting in the corner, leaning against a wall, looking disapprovingly at everyone.
Nice. So we're going to pick it up, Twitch, that you were captured along with Bugs. I don't know if you and Bugs were buddy. What do you say, Bugs?
yeah.
What do you say, Twitch? You guys are buddies that were adventuring, got caught together?
Does Twitch have buddies?
Twitch?
Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, tell me a little bit about your character.
So my character is a Hearingon rabbit. I'm a rogue. I'm pretty much all for myself usually. Usually just trying to take what I can, get as much out of anyone, especially in the world at the moment. Make a pretty penny.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, sounds like I'd probably be buddies with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not sure where you tuned in, Twitch, but you were both heading to East Haven when you got lost along the tundra. And you're looking there because there were rumors about a cauldron, a magical cauldron that would be enough to feed any one of these towns. And basically any one of these towns would pay a huge amount because food is at a premium, and this could provide 3 square meals for an entire town endlessly. So a hugely valuable item in these times. Okay, so with your 2 new companions, a deep gnome and a rabbit folk, and what do you want to do? Do you want to carry on searching for these ingots?
We were told to go towards Kai or something. Is that right?
Calvin's Kieran.
Calvin's Kieran. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, and there's the Dwarven Valley based on this this map that I'm looking at.
Apparently, it was lost here. And
right.
blue dot. That's the
That's
Yeti.
right.
It was about a day's march away. Day's walk.
Shall we continue towards that then?
I think so.
I agree. I think we should.
Well, we don't get paid if we don't bring back the iron.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So strapping on your snowshoes again, I'm going to say that both Twitch and Mr. Bugs both had their possessions taken from them, but they're easy enough to collect again from the dead dwarves. So everybody straps on your snowshoes and you start trekking in an approximate northeast direction. The wind is really starting to pick up. It's picking up and it's actually getting really, really powerful. The winds get even blacker than they usually are, and the snow and the hail just start pelting down on you. It's getting cold. It's getting incredibly cold. You can already feel the coldness seeking into your bones. If you don't do something soon, man, you're in the worst possible place. You're stuck in the blizzard on the middle of the tundra, effectively, of Icewind Dale. It's getting damn cold. What would you like to do, adventurers?
Can we see any shelter anywhere?
Make me a survival check.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Oh, well, I think that's your first official roll of the campaign.
I think
so
that's just letting me know how the rest of this campaign is going to roll out for me.
All right, so Bugsy, you start looking around and you're pretty sure there's a huge tree you could hide under, but you get closer and your perspective is lost and it's just a twig, so not the best place to hide. But
Guys, found this twig.
But thankfully, Kel and Shajai are working together. You find it's a cave, but it's very, very open to the elements. But it's going to be better than nothing at all. It's more of an overhang more than anything.
Should we all look at this level? Or?
We can shelter in here for a while until the storm passes.
Did we keep that leather covering that was over the two rogues?
Oh, we can say you kept that if you like. It's a useful thing.
Are we able to fashion some sort of bivouac sort of thing?
So you're planning with this kind of overhang more than anything to take this leather that Twitch and Bugs was under and use it as type of a windbreak. Is that correct?
Yeah, as a big windbreak, and to create something that we can properly shelter behind.
Along with the cave.
Absolutely. Now, here's a pop quiz for Leah. What's something useful that Shajaya could do at this point?
Well, I've got a tinderbox, and I can feed people. But I was going to say that to light a fire, but we haven't got any fuel.
Maybe
Light a
some
fire
type of,
to keep us warm.
maybe something magical.
Okay.
Do you want me to give it to you?
Is it... I'm sorry, is it the good berries again?
That's good for food. Guidance.
Oh,
Remember guidance? When
sorry, I'm
anybody's-
still thinking along the survival route of lighting fires and things.
But the thing, if
I
I
can
ask
try-
if I ask for an ability check to light a fire, you can say like Shajaya comes up and casts guidance, which will make their fire casting, fire making ability good. Or in this case, if they put up the leather thing across it, so I'm going to ask for a survival check, and then Shajaya could come up and tap them on the shoulder and say, "May nature guide you," or something, and then the spell will cast.
Okay.
That'd be a bit better. So is this what you're
I've
planning
done
to
this.
do? To put up the leather tent as a bit of a windbreak?
I think.
Yes,
Well, I think
yeah.
so.
Okay,
I've
so
done this many times before as part of my tribe.
and
I
are you
think I know what
casting?
I'm doing.
I
Excellent.
can give you a bit of a hand.
Okay, so Malamak, with the assistance of Scar, you start fashioning this tent. It's hard in this blind wind, but you can make me a survival check at advantage. And then with the help of Shijai giving you the blessings of nature, you can roll a d4 on top of that.
So I'll roll the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
11. And then the
And then
d4, thanks to Shijai's
D4.
help.
Yeah. 12.
Okay.
I think I rolled
Yeah.
it.
So Shijai helps you and
Yes.
guides you, gives you the blessings of nature, and you get some type of shelter. There's barely enough room for all of you behind this, given the initial survival check. And is there anything else people want to do?
I will sit outside of the tent and offer my space to give more room for everyone else.
Okay.
Likewise,
I
I can
will-
do the same.
I'm going to sit outside and silently walk out of the tent to make sure that it's more comfortable for others.
Okay. Very good. Let's choose Cal. Cal, can you roll me 2d4, please?
2d4s, okay, coming up.
So 8. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay, so
Bad.
you hunker down. Hunker down, and it's very cold. And that the first hour goes by, and this blizzard is showing no signs of abating. If anything, it's getting worse. But who's outside? Scar, and who was the other one?
Lamak.
Malamak. Okay. So you guys are out there keeping an eye on things, giving room. Everybody else, I imagine, is just trying to get as much body heat. The cave is helping. The sheet is helping just a little bit, but not very much. I'm going to need everybody inside of the tent to make me a constitution saving throw at advantage, and everybody outside just a constitution saving throw. So if you're inside, constitution saving throw at advantage.
Is this for the cold?
It is for the cold. So I'll point out that some of you have cold resistance, and some of you, I know, haven't informed people about this. So any negative effects that I'm about to explain, if you have cold resistance, just ignore me.
Oh,
Okay, so Scar, no problem. You've seen this. You're used to the cold, no problem. Shai, I think with your guidance, you're tapping into the spirits of Mother Nature, and you're doing well. Kel, you're just a stubborn as shit, so you're good. Bugsy B though, Bugsy B is the only one who's really struggling. And standing next to it, you see Bugsy B, this recently saved thing, perhaps exhausted from her capture. She starts shaking uncontrollably. Bugsy, oh, why did you not? Oh, sorry, you had advantage.
Yeah, I got
Ignore
22.
that. Sorry. Yes, so ignore that. Everybody's
I
doing
was a little bit
very well.
confused.
Yeah, I was looking at the 7. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
So yeah, everybody's hacking it up. Another hour goes by. 3 hours, 4 hours, and you're still stuck in this blizzard. Is there anything people want to do differently, or are you just hunkering down?
Can you see, Malcolm? Can you see my roll? Twitch's roll.
Twitch's roll. No, because you're not in the campaign. So let's sort that out now.
because we changed campaign. Sorry.
Yeah.
So let me get you in the campaign proper. Just get that link. So I just put it in Discord. Click on that link, Mr. Twitch, and then add Twitch to that campaign. And I should be able to see your rolls.
ask, can you see any wood or small trees that we might rustle up a
Looking,
little
mate.
fire?
I'm looking, mate. Scar's actually tied his rope to a nearby tree if he can find one, or to a rock, and he's strapped that around himself and is going out as far as it'll let him to look for wood.
Okay.
Just because I assume the weather's not letting me see far ahead.
Well, you can try, but you need to make
Okay.
a perception check at disadvantage because of the blizzard.
Alright, then. He's not being too risky because he doesn't want to get lost. He's been lost before. Not a good thing. Oh. Okay. That and... Oh, both were shit. Oh, excuse my language.
That's right. Yeah, you don't find shit.
Yeah.
Did you successfully join the campaign? Twitch? I'm not seeing that.
Shall I go out and have a look as well?
Sure, same thing
I'm
with
from,
you.
I'm from this
Perception
land.
check.
Perception check at disadvantage or a survival check at disadvantage?
Well, if you're trying to find
doesn't
stuff
matter.
like firewood, is perception. Yeah.
Perception, cool. Either or, that makes no difference.
And did you
Here
join
we
the
go.
campaign, Twitch? Oh, that sounds promising.
Here we go. 21.
21.
Nice.
So I'll deal with that in a second. I just want to make sure Twitch. Twitch, is this making sense?
I'm here. I made it back.
Good. Are you in the
I just made
campaign?
it back. Yes, I believe so.
I'm not seeing you in there.
Is this on D&D?
Yeah, D&D Beyond. You should click that link, and it should ask you, like Malcolm is invited to do this. Which character do you want to add to the campaign? And then add Twitch into that. Oops.
Sorry, folks. I am new unreads.
Did you click on that link I shared in
There
Discord?
we go. Clicking it now. Here we
Sure.
are. Going with this character.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. You're level 1 there, Mr. Twitch. You should be a level 2 by now. We leveled up last session. So
Right.
are you comfortable doing that by yourself? Do you know what you're doing?
Level. Manage character and levels. Level 2. Next.
You're going to need
Done.
to roll me a dice for your hit points. And rogues, I believe, get a d8. Yes. So roll me a d8 as well for your second level hit points. Which I should see your roll now if you do it.
This is. Sorry, apologies. Is this dexterity 8?
Well, let's have a look at Twitch.
Hit points.
Hit points, yes, a d8. Do you know how to roll a d8?
I do not know how to roll a d8. Could you tell me?
Okay, we'll get out of character creation and just look at your character sheet.
Yep, I'm on the character sheet.
Now, on the bottom left, there's a 20-sided dice looking thing. If you click on that,
Yes.
then click on the d8.
Yep.
And all being well, I should see that roll.
I see. Yep. No.
Okay,
Done.
so 6, nice. And with your Constitution modifier, that means you get 7 hit points. Let me take care of that. So 7 more hit points. So you were on. You were on. Oh, you've already done it, I think. 15. Okay, cool. So I'll let you level up Twitch, but we should see that now. Okay, so Malabak, looking around for there, you do find
I just
some...
leveled up.
Great. You do find some wood. Like most wood here, it's kind of a bit damp. So what would you like to do with this damp wood? During non-blizzard times, you could probably start a fire with this, but it's going to be tricky. So what would you like to do, Malamak?
I bring it inside and I look at Shajir and say, do you have any magical means of creating a spark?
Well, unfortunately I don't have any magical means, but I've only got a tinderbox.
I'm not sure if that will work. We can give it a go.
It's worth a try.
Okay, so I'm going to say using the tinderbox to light the fire gives you an advantage because it's just easier. But given the condition of the wood and everything else, it's going to be a disadvantage. So it's going to cancel out and be a straight roll. Who's attempting to light this fire?
I guess that would be me. Yes. I'll try. I'll light it.
Do you have any survival skills or training, much like Malamuk might have?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have got
Bottom of the list, wisdom check, survival.
You're pretty good at survival, Shajaya.
I've got survival. Yes. I'm just still getting my head around how to find all these things. I'm sorry.
No problem.
So it's worth a try.
Would you like to do cast any spells that you think would help you?
Well, I did think I could try guidance one again.
Absolutely. Yep. You'll be casting guidance many times throughout this campaign.
Yes.
So you cast guidance, calling on the spirits of nature to help you light this fire. So make me a survival check, please, Shajaya, and add a d4 on it once you're done. So survival 21, nice.
Oh.
And a d4 on top of that.
I'm just trying to get it to show me the... Oh, here we are. So I've clicked it. Has it?
Yeah, we see your survival check of 21, which is great.
Okay.
But you need to add
Now
a
I'm
d4.
rolling a d4.
Yes, exactly.
1.
22. So despite the pounding blizzard, despite the damp wood, despite these horrible conditions, Shajaya, you actually managed to get the fire going. And everybody inside gets warmed up. And you've done such a good job, in fact, that no more constitution saving throws are going to be made as you tend to this fire and people are warmed up. So despite the odds, you've managed to outwit this blizzard. So well done.
Nice.
And
I hope everyone feels better.
Well done,
Nice
Al.
and toasty.
We should
Thank
be
you.
able to stick it out in here for a bit longer.
Malamak looks over at Scar, amazed that he's been able to spend 4 hours in the blizzard.
Yes,
Is it-
it's a thing about silver dragons. Silver
Ah,
dragonborn, that is. I'm guessing it's
Yeah.
something to do with your half orc nature, if you don't mind me saying.
Yes, something to do with that.
Right. I thought so. I was waiting which one of us would be the first to fall over and waiting for the surprise on your face when you froze first.
Look at my feet. I've never felt the cold.
Those are impressive feet. can barely tell them from the snow.
That's right.
It's like the snow hugs them.
They do feel at home, deep in the drifts.
Yes, do you?
A full 8 hours go by before the blizzard finally lets up. You guys kind of pushing out of this leather thing, kind of have to hit it a few times so the snow that's built up goes out, but you've effectively made it. Yeah, so you've survived an 8-hour blizzard. Thanks for rolling eight, whoever that was. I forget who rolled the two.
That was me.
Yeah, that was what the 2d4 was being. Could have been a 2-hour blizzard, but it turned into an 8-hour blizzard.
Oh,
During
fun.
that time, did we have like a short rest or a long rest, effectively, or was it just?
Yeah, let's say
4
this
hours.
was happening towards the end of the day, and you set up tent, and you effectively all got a long rest in. So any damage
cool.
or anything like that from last session, just take it back.
And spell slots.
And spell slots, yes.
How much do we recover from hit points? It doesn't matter. I've got no hit points anyway.
Hit points go back to full after a long rest.
Cool.
Okay, so you bunch out of the snow. You got a fitful rest thanks to the excellent survival skills by Shajaya, and also the excellent finding of the wood by Malamak. Two good rolls working in your favor.
My hit points have gone back to 12 for some reason. They were 22.
Yeah. Okay, we'll look at that in a sec. This is
Oh,
for
I'll see if
Malamak.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'll let you play around with that, but absolutely set it to that.
I'm
But
just
you
gonna
press
override
off.
it.
Sure. But you press
cool.
on, and you're going vaguely in the direction of Calvin's cairn, and you crest a snow-covered ridge, and you see a frozen, dismembered corpse in the gully in front of you. Snow covers some of the more gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse, and the telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that has been hauled away. What would you like to do?
What's his name? Yep. Sorry.
Oh no, you go.
Scar sees the body and is about to make a run towards it till he sees all the tracks as well, and he stops and turns to the others and just says, maybe we should just hold here for a bit and check out these tracks. It looks like somebody's been very hurt, and these tracks are of interest to us before we spoil them, or the snow spoils them. Falling snow, that is. Is anybody really good at tracking stuff?
Not me.
I'm not good at tracking, but I can cast guidance to see if it's safe to check the body.
I'm not very good at tracking things myself, but I'm keen to get over to that dismembered corpse over there.
Is tracking survival?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
It
Yeah,
is.
so I that's my bag. That's what I do.
If you
I'm gonna
focus
go
on
check
that,
if
but
there's
be
anything
aware that my tracks
the-
look like... Oh, sorry.
I just want to check if the body's got anything valuable on it.
Oh, wait up. What are you, Gnome? Gnome? Wake up, Gnome. We'll just carefully make our way towards the body and so that we don't mess up these tracks.
But can I... Malamuk wants to check the area and see which direction the sled is going and potentially, hopefully, find what they are or maybe how many there are, maybe? Something like that.
Sure. So is Shajai going to guide Malamak?
Yes, absolutely.
I've got
I think
high
that's a
insight.
Good idea.
Okay, so let's start with we'll do Malamak first as he searches for these tracks as Shajai cast guidance on him. So Malamak,
So what am I rolling?
survival with a D4.
Yes. Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh. Oh.
And you look around at these tracks and you search around for a bit, and it appears these tracks are just going in circles. It's really strange, and they're quite big feet, and you follow it around, and then it just keeps on going round and round in circles, and you finally figure you're actually tracking yourself. Don't actually realize what these tracks are. So yeah. Okay, and who's going up? It was Scar, and who was the other one?
Twitch.
Twitch. So while Malamak is wandering around in circles, you approach the sled, and not the sled, sorry, this dismembered corpse. You're being very careful not to step on the existing tracks, and you see the corpse is very obviously dead. Make me a medicine check. Actually, both of you make me a medicine check. Twitch and Scar, a medicine check.
Oh.
$15, not bad. And Twitch. Got that medicine check, Twitch.
Which is just
Medicine. It's in the skills bar.
Yeah, I think he's having connection issues.
All right.
You back there, Twitch? Nope, can't hear you. So I'll make a medicine check for Twitch just while he gets his Discord sorted out. So Mr. Twitch. What did I say? Medicine. Hey! Did that come up? Oh, there we go. Oh, natural one.
You're rolling medicine for me.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, Twitch. I think we got you back, though. You with us, Twitch?
Yeah, g'day.
Yeah. Sorry, I rolled your...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in perfectly
I can
fine,
hear
Twitch.
you.
Yep, you're fine. We got you. I did... Actually, make me a medicine check,
Right.
Twitch. I can't live with myself rolling a natural one for you, so make me a medicine check. Yep, so we'll take that back.
Yeah, will do. I've also got, I was trying to say I've got high insight as well. Proficiency in insight. But I'll roll a medicine. Here we go. We got,
Oh, much better than a natural one I rolled for you.
I've
Okay.
rolled a 13 plus 1 is 14.
Yep, I see
Yeah,
that.
right.
It's coming through on the game log, so it's good. So both Scar and Twitch come up to the body and get down on it. And as I said, it's very obviously dead, even without the medicine check. But then you start noticing a few things. Number one, obviously this thing is headless, but it's very obviously a dwarf. And you look around, you don't see any track of the head. So that's unusual. But you also notice that some of the dwarves' internal organs are missing. Look closely, you try and spot like where the heart would be, where the lungs would be, where the liver would be, and they're gone. And that's what you learn with that medicine check.
Well, that's not right.
Would I be able to do an investigation check to see what way the sled went? Or would that be
Sure.
survival?
It would be
disgusting.
survival. It would be survival.
Okay.
You
not
still see
very good.
Malamak wandering around in circles. Your expert tracker.
I'm not an expert tracker. Oh! I got a 16.
So as you notice that a couple of things. You notice which way the track could go. That you could very easily follow the sled. And you look a bit closer at these tracks as well. And you figure they belong to about a half dozen or so small humanoids wearing snowshoes. So, could be a gnome, could be a halfling, could be a goblin, could be a kobold, could be all sorts of things. But there's about a half dozen of these things wearing snowshoes, and you could very easily follow
See
these
what way
tracks.
it's going.
Yep.
Okay. I'll let the rest of them know and say, hey guys, found some tracks this way. If Malamark stops chasing his own tracks, we can head off in the way of the sled if you're all keen. Unless you want to have
Malamark bows his head and starts to walk over.
Was there anything else that we found out about the body? While they were doing that, Scar was just interested in, they mentioned a yeti, and from what Scar knows about what little that Scar knows about yetis, he was half expecting like claws and bear-like rips and things like that. He's surprised that the head's been cut off and stuff.
It does appear as if it's been ripped to shreds by some large animal.
Okay.
So it could be a bear or it could be a yeti, but yeti seems like the obvious thing since that's
Right. So this is a mess. It's not like surgical removal as I imagined it.
No.
Okay.
No, nothing
Okay.
surgical
Okay.
about this at all.
Sorry. Yeah, I misinterpreted.
Which direction does it go? Is it heading towards Calvin's Cairn, or is it which
Yes.
way is it actually heading?
Yes, northeast.
Weird that way.
I'm just going to assume that maybe the little humanoid footprints could be goblins, considering me and Twitch were taken by goblins.
Wait, the bunny rabbit's saying something. What are you saying? What's it saying?
Disapproving look.
Oh, look at that. It's so cute.
Yeah, so I think it might be goblins, but we should keep an eye out for any small humanoid-looking, what are they called? Creature on our way.
What did you say? All right then.
Does the body have anything valuable on it?
No. Nope. Nothing valuable on the corpse at all. And when you get could you send me through some character art for Twitch, please? So just go on like Google Images or something and send me what you think Twitch would look like. Oh, not hearing you again, Twitch.
Son of a Twitch. Come on.
Can we tell how long this body's been here, Bugson?
I wasn't looking at the body. I think that was Cal and Twitch.
Is
a-
Scar and Twitch?
over a day.
Okay.
Is there any defining marks like there were the dwarves who sent us out this way? Did they? Okay. Did they? Well, I suppose I'm looking like. Did they have a house or anything that they belong to? Is this obviously their mate? It's another
I'm here.
dwarf.
Can you hear me?
Yep, got your Twitch, yep.
Yes.
So can you send me through some character art for Twitch,
Yeah, I
please?
can hear you all.
Great, we can hear you too. So, yeah, I just need some character art for a token for Twitch when you got a moment. The dwarves aren't wearing any type of clan allegiances or anything like that.
So it is a dwarf, but we assume it's their mate.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
their
we'll assume
mate.
it's his mate.
You check his pockets. There's nothing in his pockets, Shajaya. They did say they were heading from the Dwarven Valley to Bryn Shander with the iron ingots. So they're on their way, like, in this direction on the map.
Yeah.
And that's where they got ambushed and they fled to Bryn Shander to get away from the Yeti.
Oh, just a quick question regarding the headless stuff. And it is quite clearly claws and stuff that does not
It's
goblin swords or a weapon that did this? Is that a thing that that Scar can make out? Made out from what there was?
You mean what killed this creature?
Yeah, yeah. Because somebody's saying that there's goblin footprints, and
The creature, judging by the claw marks, is very obviously it's been killed by a yeti, some type of large, ferocious animal. So, yeah. So it's odd, and you seem to be putting it together, like it was killed by a large animal,
and then
probably a
something
yeti.
came along.
But these tracks are definitely not yeti tracks. For one thing, yetis don't wear snowshoes.
Makes me think what they're pulling on the sled.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a sled as well.
The iron ingots.
Was there
The
anything
iron-
on the ground around? Oh, sorry, you're speaking.
No. It's they've taken the iron. Where to? Well, we may as well find out. Without the iron, we don't get paid.
Yeah, that's a good point you make there.
We move on our way before these tracks
No,
are covered
no
by
comments.
weather.
Yep, good idea.
Okay, so it's fairly easy to follow. If nothing else, it's oh, sorry, one moment. Just setting up Twitch's thingamajig here.
Excuse me.
Okay, so the sled is fairly very easy to follow. Just long, deep tracks in this, and the creatures you've been following do indeed appear to be goblins. These goblins, you look closely, both Bugs and Twitch, and you look closely, and they're bearing the same type of setup as the goblins who kidnapped you. So they're aligned together in some way. And you see six of them. Yep, you see six of them groaning and grunting and curse loudly as they haul this bulky sled to what appears to be a 20-foot tall wagon parked in the snow. Harnessed to the wagon is two large polar bears. And let me show you exactly what that looks like. Oops. Yes, this is what you see.
Cool.
Wow.
That's cool.
So you're about 120 feet behind these goblins heaving on this sled, and about 120 feet in front of that is the thing I showed you in the character arc with the two polar bears pulling it. So, what would you like to do?
So just get this clear in my head that the goblins are pulling a sled, and that's got the ingots on it, and then another 120 feet ahead of that is the artwork.
Well, let me show you. I'm just getting Twitch's token ready. One second. Tell me, gnomes here must have dark vision. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Now feel free to position yourself exactly where you like. I just put you on the edge here because it's easier for me.
Where am I?
Mm-hmm.
So does it look like from where we are, can we see whether the iron ore is on that sled, or perhaps...
It most definitely is.
So those goblins have stolen the iron ingots and they're
Yeah.
following their caravan.
Weather like at the moment, is it a bit calmer or is it real windy still?
It's merely bad, which by
Yeah.
Icewind Dale standards is pretty good. So there's
Okay.
wind, there's
Have
cold,
they-
but it's a far better than
What it was.
the blizzard that you're in here.
Have they stopped for this campfire or something like that?
Nope. These goblins are grunting and groaning, pushing the
Yeah.
sled. This thing up here is
And-
stationary.
That one's stationary. Okay, cool. All right.
And as you can see, you're about 120 odd feet to the caravan or the sled, and another 120 odd feet to the Polar Bear Express.
I knew a druid once who could talk to polar bears. Can either of you druids do that?
I'm afraid
I
I
can
do
talk
not.
to the polar bears. Sorry.
Mm.
I can talk to the polar bears, but I say we ambush the goblins in the sled first and then move up to the polar bears and take the caravan.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
fear
I
is
agree.
the other two goblins, if they see us attacking the slow ones, if I know goblins, they'll jump on that thing and bolt for
Right
it.
off.
I don't know how fast it goes though.
This sled is going very slowly. It's almost an uphill section at the moment, so they're just going very slowly trying to get up there towards the main caravan.
What if we positioned ourselves in such a way that if these guys up here see us, that we can
We
use
could
some
attack
sort of
them too.
area effect spells, that sort of thing. So get a couple of good hits, try and thin these out while these guys are still running. What's the distance from there to there? Like, that's about 120 feet as well. So let's say a polar bear has 40 or 50 feet. That will take 2 turns before it can even... Oh, no, it'll be one big sprint, maybe. So we get a bit of chance to take them on before these others return. Get some spells ready to go.
Sounds like us.
These ones here are
I-
very obviously waiting for the sled of iron ingots to arrive. So these guys are just waiting patiently.
Is there any way that we can know how far the goblins can actually see? Like, at this stage, like, is there any way that can they see directly to this, or is it? Do they? Because it's dark.
Well, since you can see both the sled and the caravan,
Oh, yeah,
I
then
think
they
the
can. Then
goblins
they
can as well.
Mhm.
What's working for you at the moment, though, are the goblins all pushing in this direction, so that you're looking at the back of their heads at the moment. So that's something that's
Yeah.
working in your advantage.
I'm wondering if we don't ignore these goblins, but I think you alluded to it. If we get as close as we can to these goblins before making our presence felt, because these lads aren't going nowhere.
Yeah,
And these
well, I'm
lads can.
pretty stealthy, so I might be able to get around to the... I'm thinking maybe the left side looks a bit thicker with trees and such.
We've got 2 stealth beasts, don't we?
Yeah. One could go on the
Two
left,
stealth
one
beasts.
could go on the right.
Got Twitch and I think Twitch is good at... I assume if Twitch is a rogue, it's got that stealth thing going on.
Are the polar bears harnessed?
Yes.
All right, so they're not like loose. They're sort of tied to the. So if we take out all the goblins, then just sort of hide in some bushes somewhere, then we might be able to calm down the polar bears with some animal handling and some talking to the animals from old
Somebody
Shazia.
said they can, yeah.
Actually,
Shazia
Oh,
can-
great.
can I have both Malamak and Shajaya make me a nature check,
Shajaya.
please?
I've got. If you can hear me, I've got. If you can hear me, I've got stone camouflage, so I can hide in those.
All right.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Malamak. Thank you, Shajaya. As you were.
Yep. No, so you can use the stones. You can sneak up and get your like bonus damage. And if we take out the goblins first, then we should be able to keep our distance from the polar bears at least. Yeah, let's attack.
Yeah.
I will point out that the stealthy amongst you, you'll know that these are perfect conditions for stealthing. So you'll actually get
Yep.
advantage for your stealth rolls.
Oh.
So keep that
So
in mind.
Well,
we're
I'm-
gonna. Sorry.
I was just going to say I'm crap at stealth, so I was actually going to suggest that I approach from this direction, but wait for you guys to do your stealthy things to get
Yeah,
around.
Then I join in. I was thinking of doing the same thing.
If the stealthies want to head out like that direction and that direction to be nearer this, and then the Malamek and I at least, and I assume Cal, from what I've seen, we're both pretty useless at
We'll run in
stealthing
from
it.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Although bonus points, Cal's sober.
So it sounds like both Twitch and Bugsy, I think, are going to go sneaking around. Is that what you're doing, Twitch and Bugsy? You're muted, by the way, Bugsy.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Sorry,
I can go
I
on
just
side.
realised I was muted. Yeah, I'll go sneak around the left. Were these rocks over here, were they quite raised or?
Yep, you could crouch down behind them, no problem.
Okay,
But
yep.
Shajai, are you quite good at stealth as well? I've seen you use that bow quite lethally. Maybe you could head out with them if you're good at stealth too.
I've got +2 for stealth.
Ooh.
Not bad.
So yeah, I can do that. Where would you like?
Midway.
Where are you guys gonna sit? Twitch and
Well, I'll tell you what, Twitch and Bugsy and Shajaya, place where you want to be, and then we'll resolve these stealth checks.
okay.
Fair enough. Not bugs. Place where we want to be after we stealth?
Yep.
Or before?
After.
So place where you like to be. So Bugs kind of... Okay, perfect, yep. Shajaya?
Okay, I've just got to find myself. Sorry,
Yeah,
I've got
that's
the
small.
screen really small.
Yeah, you're right there.
I've jumped on a different network, so I'm curious about how well I can be heard these days.
I've only got a tree behind to hide behind.
You're good, Twitch.
Yep.
Same.
Yep. Shajaya goes there. And where would you like... Oh, yeah, Twitch. Where are you hiding?
Yeah, I want to go over to the rocks to the left of that first wagon, and I've got stone. Oh no, I want to go all the way up where Buddy Bugs is. I want to go with Bugs
Okay.
and use my stone camouflage as well.
Okay.
Nice.
That is nice. So with your advantage on stealth checks. Okay, cool. Okay. So Twitch, where you up here? With Bugs? I can just move you over there if you like.
Thank you.
Hey, what are the rest of you doing? Like, what's Cal going? What's Malamak? Oh, we'll move Tarvin. now.
Before the stealthies left, I said the moment they open fire is the moment it's all on.
Okay.
Unless I give a signal, which will be something like "Let's go" real loud.
So I was thinking, of getting a little bit closer. Hold on, I'll just see how close I am. Yeah, so it's still 110 feet. All right, so I think like somewhere around here.
Okay.
Wait. Somewhere around here, ish, but up in the rocks, ready
Okay.
to run out.
Okay. So
Alright,
let's
alright.
start with Bugs. So I'm going to say these three people here, Scar, Malamak, and Cal, with these guys' backs to you. Work me a stealth check and don't roll terribly. So Scar, Malamak, and Cal, the DC is going to be quite easy. So Scar, Malamak, and Cal, stealth checks.
Oh,
But we'll be at disadvantage because of armor.
Yep, that's true. The DC is going to be
I
very low,
don't-
though.
Oi.
Hey!
Holy shit! I mean,
Oh! I got bad news. Your stealth is so good that your character stealths out of the campaign. You need to roll me a new character.
where did I go? Where did I go? I can't find me.
Okay, I'll take note of that, but Cal, that was a shocker. Okay. Bugs, you can make me a stealth check at advantage.
Okay.
Oi.
So 18. So 18,
18.
Good. Same for you, Twitch. Your DC is going to be lower because of your stone camouflage. So stealth at advantage for Twitch.
Stealth advantage roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
And finally, Shajaya. At advantage, so roll again.
Roll another one.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, because that was a natural 1, and I said it was at advantage. What advantage means is you get to roll 2 dice and take the higher number.
Ooh.
Yay!
Okay. So, the good news is Bugs and Twitch, you're going to scamper through the forest and then come up to this little rocky outcropping. And you get a better view of the situation. And these two goblins kind of bickering to themselves. And actually make me a perception check, Twitch and Bugs. Perception check from Twitch and Bugs. Okay.
Sorry, I just have something about perception that I'm trying to find. Perception.
Okay. You... Bugsy, you notice a voice coming from inside this caravan as well. That's all you get with an 11, though. You hear something, you don't know what it is, you don't even recognize the language, but there's something in this thing as well. The thing you notice now that you're close is these two polar bears are not happy being used as, beasts of burden. They're kind of snapping and growling. They're very unhappy. That's what you notice. But who was that shocking roll? That was Cal?
No, it's Shajia.
It was Shajaya, yeah, me.
Yeah.
There was another one as well. I think it was Cal.
Oh, Cal got a 4.
Cal got a 4. So Scar, you duck down. Malamak, you're looking good. And Cal, you stand on one of these rocks, and your foot slips, and it turns out it wasn't a piece of rock, but just a mound of snow, and you skip on it, and you let out a little ah! Ow! And the goblins turn around and and then Shajaya, you lean back against a tree, and it's a surprise, and the tree snaps behind you. Hey! There's 2 of them! Let's get the boys! Roll me initiative, please.
Ooh, dear.
Initiative.
Oh,
Ooh.
what happened?
Okay.
Oh.
Oops. Okay. What did Malamak get?
A 19.
What did Scar get?
18.
Cal?
Hang on. What did it disappear? It was
9.
low.
9. I
A
see.
9.
Shajaya got an 8. What does Shajaya get?
Have I? Hang on. Have I done it?
Don't think so.
Sorry.
You see
I
on
was
your character
thinking.
sheet, there's a big initiative thing right next to your armor
Yeah.
class.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
click
it.
on that one.
Sorry.
That's right. So Shajaya gets a 9. I don't see Twitch. Did I?
No.
Twitch isn't on there for some reason. Oh, I didn't do Twitch.
Yeah, there he is.
See.
There he is.
Not on the initiative order. Okay, what did Twitch get?
17.
And Bugsy?
I got an 8, but then it also says that I can add proficiency bonus of 2 to my initiative rolls. Would that already be added onto my initiative or no?
That's already added in. It's usually
Okay,
just your dex modifier, so you get +7,
Okay,
which is
sweet.
very nice. And what
Yep.
did Bugs get? An 8. Oh, that was a natural 1 on the roll.
Yeah, it was a great roll.
All right. So the goblins see both Cal and Shajai. And oh, look at all those nice initiative rolls at the start for me. So the goblins says, I'll take out the elf. I've always wanted to kill an elf. And let's see how close they are. And this little goblin is going to take out a short bow and take a shot at you, Shajai. It pulls back on the short bow and takes a shot, pulling back, and it rolls a 23, which I assume is going to hit you, Shajai. Actually, no. Because of the wind, this is at disadvantage. So the goblin aims out his short bow, shoots at you, and it's going right for you, but it carves away and is caught in the wind. And the goblin says, "Oh, bugger it! I'll stab on the sword!" 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he starts coming around the tree. The goblin up the top is going to say, "That's not how you shoot a short bow. This is how you shoot a short bow." And shoots for Shajaya again. And this time it's going to hit Shajaya as one of these arrows, despite the wind, despite the long shot, gets you right in the back for 8 points of damage. That's how you shoot a bow, boys! And this guy says, "Oh, let's finish rough." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he comes up and rushes towards you as quick as he can, but he gets there, but he's not quite there to attack. She's already bleeding out, boys. We got her. Twitch.
Yeah, g'day. Here I am. So I'm currently hiding in these rocks. I want to attack the one that's super close to Shajaya with my short bow.
Okay, now because you're hidden, they didn't spot you. This will be at advantage, but because of the wind, it's at disadvantage, so it's just a straight roll to try and hit the goblin.
Right. So, to attack, I go to my short bow and I'm rolling like this.
So with a 16, you pull back on your short bow. The goblin's got all its attention on Shajai, and you hit it right in the small of the back, piercing through its leather armor. So roll some damage on that, Twitch.
So I go just click this.
Yep.
Whoa.
So, yep, not a good roll, but still.
That's how we do it.
So the arrow still hits, though, as you pull back your arrow and let it fly. Oops. And it gets in the small of his back. And the goblin says, "Boys, there's more of them. Keep your eyes open." Okay, he's going to stay there, Twitch.
I can move if I want to. Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay. Now, because you're a rogue, I think you can do this at level 2. You can do a bonus action and try and duck down behind there again.
Oh, yes, I would like to do that.
Okay, at advantage. So make a stealth roll at advantage.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Okay, 13. Noted. So you shoot, duck back down the rocks. Hopefully they won't see you. Mullamuck.
My turn, is it?
It is.
I thought there was a goblin before me. Or is it a surprise? Is this a surprise round or something? No.
No,
You
there
don't get
was. Oh, there was a goblin before. You're right. Thanks for
yeah.
that.
No worries.
Okay.
Happy to help.
So that guy. This guy says, "Oh, get the boy guy over here!" And he starts hurling towards you, Cal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's his turn. So yes, sorry. And now, Malamak, you may go. As this goblin's got his eyes.
Oh, let's see how
set
far
on
away you are
goblin.
from me. Cool. So, sweet. Malamak casts a new cantrip that he has.
Nice.
He's going to cast Magic Stone, which is a bonus, which is his bonus action.
Uh-huh.
And it creates 3 pebbles that he can now throw. So he's got 3 of these magic pebbles.
Nice.
He's going to throw to this guy here. If that comes through, it doesn't. But he's going to throw at this guy here.
Okay, got it. Throw away.
Do I throw it at disadvantage with the wind, or is it?
Yes.
with
Any
stones?
range attacks is a disadvantage.
Alright, let's try. Yeah, that's terrible anyway.
The wind catches it and off it goes.
Yeah,
Now with magic stone, do you make 3 attacks or just the 1?
I'll just have a look at it. So with Magic Stone, 1 to 3 pebbles, you and someone else can make range with 1 of the pebbles by throwing it. And so I have 2 more in my pocket.
Oh, I see. So a bonus action to cast it and then an action to throw it. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
cast the spell, imbibe these things with magic, and yeah, the wind just catches it, unfortunately, and it just goes flying away despite your spell that you cast.
And I might just move slightly back to here so that Cal's more in vision than me.
Good thinking. Okay, Scar, you're up.
Yeah, Scale's got his sword out, and can he move his normal combat movement of 30 and do that twice instead of attacking?
Yes, you can. So you can move
It is a
up to
thing.
60 feet. Yep, that's called a dash action.
Cool. Dash, that's what he's wanting to do. And he can't do anything after that, and that's correct, eh?
Yep, that's right. Unless you got bonus actions, which I don't think you do.
No. Alright. He will do that then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35.
Up the tree.
40, yeah. There we go. I think he can get to there, from what I couldn't make out.
Sure.
But he, all the while he's doing it, he's a bit pissed off with the tree being there because all the while he's trying to attract as much attention as he can. He's screaming out, "Oh, come on, you bunch of useless goblin, whatever he is. Just trying to attract as much attention as he can from the goblins."
Okay, so the goblins do see this dragonborn charging towards us, though. You there's some more. Let's get the elf. And
Oh, in fact, sorry, in doing that, he would have gone because he's trying to get as much attention. He's staying in the middle of the road.
I tell you what, I'll give you an intimidation check. The DC is going to be high. It's going to be 20 to draw the fire off Shajire. So make an intimidation check. It's going to be hard. You have to get a
I've
20
seen some
more.
goblins in my time, but you are the most useless goblins. Here we go. Disadvantage, click, roll.
I didn't say disadvantage, just DC 20.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said disadvantage. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll do that again. 'Cause there was
First
a
roll
1 in
was
there.
17.
Yeah, we'll take the
roll
17.
Yeah, we'll give you the 17. So
That's
Oh,
still
thank you.
19.
Oh, bless you. Still doesn't work though.
19. Yeah, so okay, so you shout, "Go the dragonborn! Let's take out the elf!" And this guy dashes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get a better shot. And he's going to shoot with disadvantage at Shajire. And the arrow just gets caught in the wind and just whoosh, goes away and thocks into a tree. Whoops, but that's right, and just thocks into a tree. No damage done. The polar bears roar. They're pulling hard against it, but they're going nowhere. They're firmly harnessed in. This goblin is going to do the same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's always wanted to kill a half-elf. And the goblin takes another shot with a short bow at disadvantage. And this time, It thocks into your armor, Shajai, but doesn't actually pierce through. Bugs! Bugs, you're out of sight. What would you like to do?
So were the goblins trying to get the polar bears to go?
No.
Or no?
No.
No? Because still,
It's-
okay, I'll
Still
just...
Mhm.
I'll shoot at this goblin on the side then.
Okay, you can do so with advantage as you're... with advantage because they can't see you, but with disadvantage because of the snowy conditions. So just a straight roll
Just
to hit the
regular.
goblin. Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh! Natural 1 to a natural 20. Well done. You can get,
like
you get a
that.
cheer for that.
Lemonade from lemons.
Okay, yeah.
how do you do the criticals?
I think
Does
it'll
all.
automatically do it. So just click on your damage for that short bow.
Okay. And then it's also a sneak attack.
It is. So let's do the damage first. That
D6.
doesn't look like it's working right. Let's have a look. So you hit
Where
with
is
your
my...
short bow. So it should be a d6 plus 5. Do you see on your character sheet where it says short bow?
Yeah, it is D6 plus 5.
Yeah, so click on the d6 plus 5.
Oh yeah, I did. I just did that one.
It'll come up as just a d6 though. Well, click it again anyway.
It was a 1 plus 5.
Let me just try that.
Then I get another D6 for my
Well, here's... Well, you're on a d6 already. And if you look, you're on a 2 and a 6. And the 6 was for the critical. Yes, but now roll... So your sneak attack damage at the moment is a d6. So now roll another 2d6 for your critical sneak attack. So if you add all these up, you got the 2 and the 6 is 8, plus 5 is 13. Oh, sorry, plus 5 is 13, plus another 5 is 18 points of damage.
So he's dead?
He is very thoroughly dead. He's looking around,
Right.
arrow comes out
Right
of nowhere,
between the eyes.
skewers him right between the eyes, and worse yet, he doesn't actually fall to the ground because the arrow has socked into this thing behind him, and he's now effectively pinned through the eye to the side of the the carriage here. So well done. Definitely a clap for that. Beats up for the first natural one you made for the game. Do you duck back
Thanks.
down and hide again, Bugs?
So the guy on the other side, he wouldn't have seen me, would he?
Maybe. You don't know.
No. Oh,
Oh.
okay. I might make a run.
Okay.
How do you do the So are these squares 5
Yep.
movement?
Mm-hmm. Now,
I'm gonna
if
move
you
here.
like, you could use a bonus action. You could use a rabbit hop and go an additional 10 feet.
No, I won't use a rabbit hop just yet, just because I only have 2 of them.
Okay, cool.
And then I have
Right.
to have a long rest.
Nice, but you absolutely screw that goblin, dash away to the tree. We'll see what happens. So this goblin's not going to get a go because it's dead. This goblin says, "You guys get the hell off! I'm going to get this dwarf over here. Dwarves are so much easier to kill." And he gets his short bow out, pulls back onto the bow at disadvantage. He rolls an 18, Cal. Does that hit?
Nope.
Oh, nice. You are very thoroughly armored, but you are very easy to spot. AC 19, nice. Yeah, sorry, shoots it. It does hit you, but it doesn't get through your armor. Shazire, looking a little beat up there, bud.
Well, I'm obviously going to have to. How badly injured am I?
How much damage did you take?
Oh, it was 7, wasn't it?
Let me scroll back a bit.
Oh, I haven't.
8.
8.
So on your
I've got to put
character
it in.
sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing that. Sorry.
That's right. So
I can heal my. Yeah.
Here's something you could do, which is a classic
Yeah.
druid move. You could wild shape yourself into a different animal, and because you're Circle of the Moon, you can turn into an animal and attack this round as well. A cool thing about changing into an animal is that you get the hit points of that new animal.
Okay.
Okay? So if you go
Sure.
to your character sheet and click on extras, you'll see a whole lot of different animals there.
So I don't have to heal myself before I can change into an animal?
Nope. No. So, for example, if you turned into an ape, your hit points would go to 19.
Okay. Can I pick any one of them?
Yep.
What about something that can do some damage to the goblins?
Mm-hmm.
What about a dire wolf?
Dire wolf would be great.
Yeah.
So what I'll do
And that's
is you see Shajaya morph and twist and change into this huge animal. Let me just give you control of that token. So what we'll do, we'll move the Shajaya person off to the side here. And now you're a wolf over here. Now if you go to your character sheet and click on where it says Dire Wolf, you'll see it gives you all the stats. Like you'll see you have 14 armor class, 37 hit points.
Yeah. Yes, I got it.
And pack tactics. So yeah, what would you like to do? You see her just completely change, her bones snapping and changing and rearranging. Just going huge, and you see this huge dire wolf before you.
Bonus action.
Yeah, that's what's called a bonus action. So you can move now. You notice the wolf can move pretty quickly, 50 feet. Or you can try and shred this goblin. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to have to shred the goblin.
Okay, so if you scroll down a little bit on your wolf thing, you'll see a bite attack there. So if you click on bite, that'll be biting him.
Oh. Click on bite?
Yep.
Where do I click? I'm sorry, where do I click on that?
So first of all, under extras, click on the dire wolf.
Yeah, I've done that and the thing's popped up.
Scroll towards the bottom of the page. It's the last thing there. It'll say bite. Under actions, it'll say bite.
Okay.
Then click on where the red thing. Just click on bite. The +5 attack.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my goodness. I think I'm looking at the wrong thing. I've got the dire wolf.
Nice.
So, well, that was me rolling that.
Oh.
So I'll show you a little picture.
I'm sorry. I've managed extras. Yeah.
Yep. And you see it says dire wolf, large beast, unaligned.
Yeah. Yes.
Scroll to the bottom of that. And I think if you click on the +5, it'll roll for you. Roll for the bite.
I must be clicking something wrong. I'm sorry. I can't see that.
Wait a sec. Let me just do this. I've just got my thing set up slightly differently. So let's have a look at this bite. So extras, dire wolf. So do you see the bite? Oh, actually, it doesn't allow you to roll. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Okay, so just roll a d20. My apologies. I thought you could click on the sheet.
It's all right. That's
Roll
fine.
roll me a d20 and add 5 to it. So this will be plus 5. So you roll a 14, which
14.
does hit the goblin. Now you can roll me 2d6 and add 3 to it. So 2d6.
Got
There
it.
you go. And we add 3 to it. So you do
10.
a total of 10 points of damage. Nice. Now normally this creature would have to make a strength saving throw to stand up. But you just pick up this poor goblin in your teeth and you thrash it around. And you roar and you growl and you just rip this thing to shreds. So nice. Now you still have 50 feet of movement if you wish to use it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
And just want to measure that. That's not far enough. Oh my goodness. It looks a lot. I'll just come down here and I'll wait. Or should I attack one of these guys?
You won't be
I
able
don't
to
know
attack
what to
them, but you could get up to them for next round. Keep in mind.
Okay, that's what I'll. Yeah.
You have 37 hit points, which is
Yeah,
twice as much as all other party members. This is something
I'll set
druids are good at their wild shapes.
I'll put myself right here then.
Yep.
In the middle.
Perfect. Okay, so you can take a bunch of hits. So that's something they're good at. Okay, so dash over there. That's fine. Head over somewhere around here. And Cal, what would you like to do?
Right, well, I'm going to dash to get myself right up close. We'll say there. So that's the double movement, but I have the bonus action, if I remember correctly, where I can action surge to get myself an additional action.
Yeah.
And I will use to lay waste with an axe. So
Okay, lay
let's
waste with an axe.
do that. So let's go. Eat axe. 22.
Axe is eaten. Roll damage.
Excellent. Fantastic. Just needs to disappear because it's sitting right on top of the button. And we have 8 plus 2, 10.
Wow. Very nice. So you rush up, have your battle axe drawn, and just absolutely carve this goblin in half.
Flag!
So you're tapping into that training you've had. You push yourself that extra mile and get up and just carve this thing in two. And I think that will be your turn. Bonus action,
Yep.
movement. Polar bears continue to roar. This goblin says, "It's a witch! Get her!" And they're gonna come at you with a scimitar Shajaya, and they hit your wolf form for 4 points of slashing damage. Now, the way you can track that Shajaya is you notice at the top of your dire wolf, you click on where it says hit points 37 of 37.
Yeah.
And just do 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, so you're on 34 now for your dire wolf. Okay. This goblin is gonna say, "The elf is a witch! I knew it!" And it's taking a short bow attack. And the short bow hits you as well, Shajaya. And you take another 6 points of damage in this wolf form. So now did you record that on the wolf sheet?
Yes, I'm just trying to find it again.
Sure, no problem. So let me
11 altogether.
10 total, yep.
Or 10. Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So he shoots, gets attacked. This goblin is dead. Twitch! You with us, Twitch? Might have lost Twitch.
He's there and. Oh. There and then.
Yeah, not hearing you, bud. Yeah, I see you trying, but nope.
Yeah, g'day. So,
There we go.
can you tell me my movement range quickly? Or rather, how do I find my movement range?
Sure.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, you're coming in loud and clear now,
Can hear
Twitch.
you.
I can hear.
Yep, you're good. So Twitch, your movement speed is 25. You can see on your character sheet just above
So
your
the
armor
audio,
class.
the audio that I'm receiving is about a minute delayed.
Oh, a minute delay. That's not good. But to answer your question, your walking speed is 25. Tell us what you'd like to do, and we'll wait for the delay. Oh. Hello, good sir.
Switch again. Oh, name and shame that provider when you get back Twitch.
Yeah. I'll leap up and shoot with my crossbow at the normals both. Okay. So, Twitch, you can make me a straight attack with your short bow.
Can you hear me
There we
currently?
go.
I'll make
Yes,
a straight
you
attack
can.
with my short bow. Oh, incredible! I'm in. All right, here we go. Rolling with my short bow. Oh, whoa!
Oh, there you go. It was worth the wait. Let's roll
Excellent.
damage.
Here we are.
And
Yep.
because
So I'm rolling for damage.
Shajire is there, it's a sneak attack as well. So roll damage.
Yeah, great. Roll.
Yes!
There we go. Nice. And 2d6 on top of that for your sneak attack.
Great. So I roll this. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Yep, but 2 of them because it was a critical hit. Wow, so we got to keep track of who does the most damage, but that is 19 points of damage. And Twitch, you
Boom.
pop out, shoot this thing's attacking your wolf friend, and you just skewer it, just absolutely destroy it. If you like, you could take a bonus action to try and duck down behind the rocks again to re-hide.
Now I can. Yeah, let's do that, eh? Why not?
Okay, at advantage because of the snowy conditions. So stealth at advantage.
Great. Stealth at advantage. Here we go.
Right.
Advantage roll.
Advantage because of the thing. And let's have a look. It's a... Ooh, nice. 22. Very good. So Twitch, You guys are just popping out of the things and just absolutely destroying these goblins, as this goblin over here is dead as well, thanks to Kel. Malamak, what would you like to do?
I'm going to move 30 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to move here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to throw my little magic stone. I've got 2 of them left to throw a magic stone at this guy here.
Okay, throw your
Right.
magic stone.
Where are we? Action. No, it's in spells.
Turn.
Here you go. Oh, it's got to be disadvantaged though as well. Does a 10 miss anyway?
It does miss regardless, so even without throwing disadvantage.
Ah.
Old stones just catch on the breeze and whoosh off to the side.
Malamak is getting frustrated.
Okay. Scar.
Okay, he will charge in another 30 this time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he will throw a javelin at this one here.
Nice. Disadvantage again.
Yeah, fun. Where are we, javelin? Ah, cool. Disadvantage roll.
So rushing in like an Olympic.
One.
Yeah, that's a natural one.
Yeah.
Roll me another d20 if you'd be so kind.
Luckily, I'm not very kind. No. Hang on. T20. Here we go.
Plain old d20.
Roll.
Okay. Thankfully, the javelin just plain old misses. You don't hit your dire wolf friend either, so that's something.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. This freaking wolf came out of nowhere, and he just kicked himself for a little bit. He's like, "I got this." I don't think I got this.
Exactly. Polar bears continue to pull hard against the thing. Okay, from the back of the cart, you see somebody pops out here. And is going to start charging towards Bugs. Gets about there. Is going to take out her short bow. Take a shot at Bugs. Rolls a 19. Oh, actually a disadvantage 13. There's a 13 hit Bugs.
No.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, so comes out, but then she says, "You'll keep, creature," and brings out a scimitar, drags it across her tongue, blood starts coming out, and she starts charging towards you.
Oh.
This goblin is going to attack Shajaya. And it's going to say, "Stick the witch!" And rolls a 12, which is going to miss Shajaya. Bugs, as this crazed goblin that's cut its own tongue and is charging towards you. What do you do?
I go up to him and say, "Disgusting." 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna attack him with my rapier.
Okay, do it. So with the
Oh,
rapier.
23.
Oh, what are these rolls? Absolutely. Roll some damage for that.
And I got 12.
A 6 plus 5, wasn't it, for Bugsy?
Oh, it's 1d8 plus 5, but then it automatically adds my It automatically adds my d6 for my
Sneak attack.
sneak attack. Thank you.
Oh, there's no sneak attack on it.
It's no
Yeah, I know,
sneak
but
attack.
it automatically. Oh, was there not?
Nope. Oh,
Ah.
it's weird. Okay, so you rolled a 6 on a 6-sided dice. So
Oh, a
it's
7 plus 5.
That's your tip.
Because it's a
Oh,
d8 plus 5.
Oh, I see. And then this.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Then there would be sneak attack damage. I got it now. Yeah, so 12
Yeah.
points of damage. Got it. Now you've seen other of your friends just deal less damage than what you just done and absolutely carved these creatures in half. This person takes it and smiles back at you. You're gonna have to do better than that, bunny boy.
Ugh.
And this
Uh-oh.
one
I
is gonna-
stab him again for talking. No, I'm kidding.
You can certainly try. And the goblin, this goblin down here, rushes up to Cal. Dwarves are such easy kills. And rolls a 17 to hit.
Down here, you missed.
Oh, but this, well, it doesn't miss, but it just clanks off your armor. No damage done. Shajaya, what would you like to do?
Well, I've got 2 here, haven't I? Next to me.
You do?
And I've already made my my move, but I can attack at least one of these guys, can't I?
Yep, only one, but absolutely.
Only one.
Yep. So roll me,
What do I?
roll
roll
me a
you.
d20
Okay.
and add 5. So with that, it absolutely hits. Now roll me 2d6 plus 3. And
11.
11 points of damage is enough damage once again. And you pick up this goblin, crash around it in your teeth, and throw down. You guys see this direwolf, and its maw is just dripping with goblin blood. There's bits of goblins are splashing all around it. Is that your turn, Shajaya? As if you haven't done enough?
Yeah, I can't do any more killing, can I?
Nope. Nope, you cannot.
Okay. No, that's enough for now. I
Okay.
might just turn around and stare at this other goblin while I lick my lips.
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah. Okay.
So intimidation.
18.
The goblin starts, its knees start quaking together, and you notice a warm yellow puddle appearing just below it. This goblin is terrified. It's seen this. You just rip apart its friend. So, well done, Cal.
Well, we know how this works. Oh, 12.
12 just clanks off these guys' armor. Oh, it's annoying.
And then I will do a little bit of a move around him. I'm still engaged, but just moving to the opposite side. Just moving up there. All done.
Okay, nice. The polar bears continue to pull against their chains. They know something's up, but they don't actually move. This goblin... come on, 20. So I just had to do a quick refresh. So Cal does that. Polar bear struggles. The goblin... right next to Shajaya, the one that's afraid. It is going to... Come on, character sheet. There we go. Because of your very intense intimidation, Shajaya, it's going to attack you with disadvantage. It's going to swing at you with disadvantage, and it rolls a natural 1. So it's going, stay away from me, stay away from me. And it actually turns to try and run. And as it turns and tries to run, it slips and falls on its back, and you see this goblin prone before you. So not a good round by the goblin. This goblin over here, this one way over here, is going to swing round here. Heard what the goblin, the more powerful goblin said. He says, I got you, boss! I got you! He's taking a shot at disadvantage and misses you both. So it just gets caught in the wind and gets blown away. Twitch, you're up. You're up, Mr. Twitch. lose Twitch again? Oh, he's typing. Shoot bugs eating goblin with short bow. Okay, make an attack roll. Go Twitch, it's your birthday. So Twitch brings out his short bow, shoots, and that does hit the god. So yeah, roll damage. And you will get sneak attack damage as Bugs is engaged with the goblin. You roll damage and add a d6 onto it. So 6. And one more d6 for the sneak attack. So 6 plus 9. Oh, 15.
He's right. Yeah.
He is rocking it. Okay, this goblin is in charge. He does a special ability called redirect. No, I can't actually do that. No, so this this goblin is much more beefy than the other ones. It's got a chain shirt, a shield, very well armored. And you can see he's very efficient with this scimitar. Just out of game, this guy could do 2 attacks per round. Bugs was looking in trouble. But Twitch, you pop up from nowhere, target it with an arrow, and just skewer the goblin boss right through the head. Down it falls.
Yay.
Nice.
Nice.
That was a tougher one by far. Malabak!
I dropped my pebble because, like, why am I throwing stones? And I decide to run straight in, and so I'm going to get up to here.
Mm-hmm.
Use my bonus action, Shillelagh!
Nice.
And roll this sucker.
So you empower your thing with Shillelagh. And it's just not your evening, Malamak, because this one just glances off
No,
the
it's
goblin's
not.
armor and doesn't hit.
I feel like I came really close, like very, very close to hitting them.
Their AC is 15, so
okay.
almost. But you come up and it just clashes off his armor. No damage done. Assuming that's your turn, Scar.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like Shajaya has this well under control. So he's just going to go sprinting past. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Leap over a dead goblin. 45, 50, 55, 60. I think that's where he's allowed to go.
Okay.
And he's just sprinting towards the wagon.
Okay. Can you make me an athletics check, please?
Athletics. Oh, he's got what do you call it?
Proficiency?
Proficiency in that. Roll.
Nice.
17.
So no problems leaping over top of the goblin. You barely make stride as you continue to head north. Nice. Polar bears continue to roar their displeasure. The goblin boss bleeds a little bit on the ground. This one next to Shajaya bleeds a little bit as well. Bugs, you're up. There are only 2 goblins left. There's one right here.
I'm going to go up here. 3. Can I get a good angle on him there with the thing in his way?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Take a shot.
Oh, 12 doesn't hit, hey?
Well, no, it just bounces off his armor. He didn't see you coming, but it just
Damn.
clinks to his armor. No damage done. Okay. This goblin down at the bottom sees the dwarf to the north, which he hasn't managed to hit, and he sees the half orc to the south. says, and tries to attack the half-orc. Brings out 6, completely misses. It's going to take a bonus action to disengage, so no attacks of opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And start running away down that way. Shajaya.
Well, I'm going to have to eat the last goblin.
Yep, so another d20.
Yeah.
That's 5. Yep. Yep, 19 definitely hits. So now 2d6 plus 3.
Nine.
Oh, 9. 9 is exactly what you... Oh, wait a minute. How is it? Oh, you actually get it... Yeah, you actually get advantage on this one as well. So roll me another d20, because you might roll a natural 20. You never know, as this thing is prone before you. Let's roll another d20. So it might be a critical hit. You just never know.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
So it's not a critical hit, but you still do 9 points of damage. And once again, you see this dire wolf just pick up these goblins, thrash it around in small, and it goes down again. Now, with all the goblins you've just shredded around you, Shajaya, what would you like to do? You could do a 50 foot of movement if you like.
Yeah, I think I should come over to this. I think. Who's this? Sorry, who's this one down? Who's down here, right at the bottom? Is that Scar? No, there's Scar.
There's Scar, Malamak, Cal, and this is the goblin that's running away.
Ah, so the goblin's left. All right, so I'll go in the other direction.
Okay.
Up to here.
Sure. So yeah, picking up yet another goblin, more looking even more bloody. You take off in that direction. So feel free to do your movement. And Cal, what would you like to do as this goblin is thinking better of himself and taking off?
So we're going to pursue. I don't get all that far, I don't think. I believe there. And then I'll give one of the little axes, the hand axe, back. See
Nice.
if that does. I assume that's a disadvantage as a...
Yep, as a thrown weapon. You bring out the hand axe, you throw it.
So that one's a 12, so that's a miss, is it?
Yep, so even without
Yep.
even need to roll again. So plain old missing. So this goblin is failing to hit you guys, and you're failing to hit it. Polar bears roar! This goblin is dead. This goblin is going to take a shot at bugs at disadvantage with a short bow and rolls a 23. So that one does hit you, bugs. An arrow comes out, thinks right into your fur, and you take 7 points of damage, bugs.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he starts taking off again. Twitch.
That's a lot.
Can you hear me if I speak, or shall I type?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, great. Just delayed. I would like to leap over those rocks and then run to the back of the caravan, so pursuing the fleeing goblin.
Okay. So I can move you if you like, Twitch. It's a little bit delayed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, please.
9, 10. So you can get to about there with a dash action. Okay, so I'll assume that's what you do. Let me know if it's not true.
Sounds
I know
good.
The delays at all, but
Let's
okay,
do that.
sounds good. Okay, cool. Malamak.
I'm going to go down to here. Oh, wrong thing. And Shillelagh again. Is that next to him? Yes, it is.
Yep, good
And
enough.
then I roll my. Then I throw my Shillelagh. Whoop. Where are we? Oh gosh, attacks. Oh, that's why, because that covers it. Cool. Here we go.
Okay, so with
Yes!
the shillelagh, you clock the fleeing goblin. Roll
And
damage.
let's. Oh.
Oh man, you do clock it right on the back of the head. The goblin screams and is just trying to get out of there as best he can, but things are not going well. But you do manage to hit him this time. Don't take him down.
Yeah.
Scar, hoofing through the snow. What do you do?
Yeah. I'll just continue towards. I'll move this 60. I can't tell these squares. Yoink. Next to Twitch.
Perfect.
Ish is where I want to go.
Okay, so dashing through the snow once again. You do that.
I think it was there. Am I
I
right?
was there. Yep, you're good. And while you're there, polar bear starts pulling on their chains, but they're very thoroughly locked in there. Bugs, what do you do?
He yells to the dire wolf as well. If that's you, Shajaya, get to those polar bears and calm them down. Do your druidy thing.
Bugs.
Try shoot at this goblin again.
Okay, take a shot.
Oh, I got him this time.
Ah, you did get him this time. Roll damage. And no sneak attack damage, but you do
Yeah.
do
7 damage.
7.
Yeah, 7 damage.
7 damage. Nice. 7 damage. Oh, 7 damage is exactly what you needed. And you skewer
Nice.
this fleeing goblin as your arrow sinks deep into him. Down he goes.
In your fat face.
Okay, Bugs, is that your turn? Do you want to move?
Oh yeah, I do wanna. I don't really care about the polar bears. There's no other goblins.
One way down here.
Oh, that one's a bit much effort. Okay. I'll just. I'm gonna move closer to this lady over here.
Okay. Goblin's Bane, what would you like to do? That's you, Shajaya.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I change back into Shajaya because I can I've got the animal handling skill. And I'll move up closer to there's no goblins up this end, but if I move up closer I can hopefully calm these polar bears down.
Sure.
And perhaps we could use them to help us. Move first?
Yep, you can. It was a bonus action to change back into Shajaya. So in other words, you can move 60 feet.
Okay. Hopefully they don't eat me.
Oh, we'll see what
And
happens.
I'll try my animal handling.
You can
skill.
try your animal handling on your next turn, because that'll take an action.
Okay.
to
Oh,
overcome
next
it.
turn.
Yep.
Okay.
But absolutely. Cal, this goblin, man. What's up with it?
Yeah. Right, well, we're going past with the axe slash.
Nice. So you run past with an axe out. You. Oh, there you go. Makes up for it. Roll damage for that. 10. Yeah, you just run past, carve it, and satisfyingly splits into 2 different sizes. And with that, all active combatants are dead. We can drop out of initiative order. But let's switch over and see what Shajaya, these 2 polar bears, harnessed, thrashing around.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to attempt to calm them down?
Yes, yeah.
Are you going to look to help from the heavens?
Guidance.
Yes. I will.
Okay.
isn't
make
it?
me
Yes,
an
I'll look for
animal-
guidance.
So you tap into the spirits and call down guidance,
Yes, please.
and yeah, make me an animal handling check, and you can add a D4 onto that.
Okay.
Yeah, speak with
12.
animals. Did I hear things?
Before.
So calling about among the spirits, you gently talk to these polar bears. They were just absolutely furious, ready to go around. But you come up to them and kind of place a gentle hand on both of them. And they go... They calm down. They are now no longer thrashing around. They are still chained up, but they are very calm. Okay, so with all the goblins dead, what would you guys like to do? The polar bears seem less angry.
They look like they would be happy to pull that cart. Kind of nice, or
Yes, yeah.
I feel that these are animals of the wilds. We should return them to the wilds.
you're the druid.
As a
It's
druid,
cruel to keep them chained up this way.
I agree. Yes.
We should ask them if they'll let us ride them.
Somebody's been reading Northern Lights. Let's
Be
go.
free, but let me ride you.
Well, you're right up there,
Shajir, do you-
Shajai. Oh, sorry.
Shajai, do you have speak with animals? Do you? Because I don't, as a spell.
As a spell, I have no.
No, okay, so we can't
I
quite
don't.
talk to them yet.
I imagined that. I thought somebody said they had to speak with animals. So yes, we're in.
Yeah, I thought someone had it.
Who's going to pull this the caravan if we release the polar bears?
It's in this wagon.
I think we can pull the sled, but the caravan look. How big is it, Malcolm? Does it look like we could?
You could very.
It looks pretty big in the picture. That's all.
You could very easily put the iron ingots in the back here.
And pull it ourselves.
Pull it ourselves.
No. So you either, if you wanted to move it, your options so far is either pull it along the sled, or use the polar bears to pull this one here.
Well,
The druid said to let them go.
I reckon everyone is happier when they get fed. And surely the polar bears will be our friends and pull the sled.
You
I
say
could
feed
feed the
them.
polar
Some
bears.
goblins.
Feed them a goblin.
Or two.
Yeah,
One each.
could feed them. Yes, because I can calm them down, and I could communicate through touch that we're going to set them free eventually.
That's
Yeah.
an idea.
That is
Yeah.
If the druids are cool with that.
That's
As
a lot to
assurance.
communicate with touch.
Well, you know,
That's saying.
I just ate 4 goblins. So. Oh, I
I
don't
pick
know
up a
how
goblin
we'll-
and carefully approach one of the polar bears and drop it in front of the polar bear's mouth, staying as far away as I can, if that makes sense.
Sure. So you pick up a goblin and kind of throw it in the general direction of the polar bear.
Yeah, trying to make friendly as such.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Oh, I'm not very animal handly. All right, animals don't like me. Animal handling. Oh, okay.
Twitch, it looks too big to be pulled by you. You really need the
8.
sled bears. The polar bear kind of sniffs at this thing, and it doesn't eat it, but it does shred it into little pieces. You suspect that
That could be me.
the polar bears weren't treated at all by the goblins, and this is the polar bear's way of expressing his displeasure. And if anything, you've made it more angry.
Oh, That's the last I'll try.
Shall we see what's actually in the sled?
Yeah.
Right.
Whether we actually not in the sled, in the caravan, and we'll keep the sled
And
because
while
we can
that's
push
going
the
on,
sled by ourselves.
can I do an inventory on the sled as opposed to the caravan?
Oh, well, the sled, this one over here, just contains the iron ingots that you're looking for. That's it.
Yeah.
Inside the caravan, you find this, and on the goblins themselves, you find an additional 21 copper pieces. So 13 silver, 46 copper, and a bone whistle. And you find 2 potions.
Oh.
What are
Can
the
we
potions?
identify them?
You can, for those who are proficient in Arcana, you can make me an Arcana check. As you take a sip, you will require taking a sip of the potion.
Ooh.
I'm not.
Who?
Does anyone have Arcana?
I do, but who else has?
I don't think
No.
anyone else has. Maybe Tarvin. The silent
And
Tarvin.
there's 2 potions, surely one each.
They look like the same type of potions, same coloration to them, like a very white, milky kind of liquid inside of them.
Oh, milk.
Do I have to taste these potions, or can I
Nope, you have to taste
do a
them.
check? Okay.
Unless someone's
All
got
right,
the
then.
identify spell, which I don't think anybody does, you'll need to take a sip.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Okay, make me an Arcana check, Shajaya.
10.
10. Wow. I'm not. This is the last time I'm going to suggest it, Shajaya. But why don't you roll a d4 on this as you ask the gods to guide your
Guidance.
identification?
Okay.
So roll a d4 on top of that, and you get an 11. An 11 is enough. Are you going to share with the group what they are?
Potions.
Yeah, I mean, you know what they are. I assume you're going to tell your group what they are.
I feel like I've missed something really important.
All I'm saying is you know what the potions are. Are you going to tell your
Okay.
friends what the potions are?
I think it's a good idea if I do. Yeah.
That's what they are.
At you. Oh.
Oh, cute!
Oh my gosh.
Animal friendship spell for 1 hour.
That might be
Help us
useful.
with the old.
Yeah.
Polar bears.
Yep.
You think that still makes it unethical to use the polar bears to help us?
No.
Take the-
So long as we let them go once we're where we're at.
Yeah.
That smells a bit like fish scale and hummingbird tongue, if I'm not wrong.
Do we actually need that big sled, or could we even just take the smaller sled?
We could probably just take the smaller sled, but
Because
that is a
even
pretty
if we-
cool looking sled.
Yeah. But
Well, how
then
fast
even,
are
if
the
polar
we,
bears gone?
even if we hook the polar bears up to the smaller sled, then it would be less weight for them and they'd be moving faster.
And we hoofed it.
Yeah, buddy.
It's an option. Any thoughts?
Not sure that it's got the right sort of harness. This one looks like it's designed to be dragged by a couple of dwarves.
I mean, we've got some rope.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a rope.
I think we have to make a choice, and we found the ingots, so now we can return.
We know
Also-
how fast,
around.
Malcolm, how fast an hour will get us.
How fast with the polar bears or
Yep.
yourself?
Yeah, how far will the polar bears go if they're trudging along through the snow? Will they go quite quickly?
They'd go at about the same speed of you. If they were unharnessed, they could run a lot faster. But
Right.
because they're harnessed, they're about the same walking speed as you guys.
Okay. I may as well just take the big one then.
Mm.
I think it's a good idea to take the caravan because we can also shelter in it a lot easier.
That's a very good point.
Good point.
Right.
And we can hitch the sled to the back of it.
Also, we could assume that there are more goblins on the way, and the quicker we get out of here, the better.
Mm.
Yeah, cool.
Just out of respect, should we pick up the body of Ubok on our way back to town?
I feel that would be wise.
Yes.
Ubok?
That's
The
the name of the dwarf.
The
Without a
headless
head.
dwarf.
Oh, right.
Shall we do it then?
Yep.
Yes, let's. Oh, before we do it, does anyone need any healing? Bugsy,
All
have
I,
you got hit?
all I did
Yeah,
was run.
I got it as here.
So shall I go up to you and do a cure wounds?
Yes, Lord.
Okay, I'm doing a cure wounds on Bugsy.
Okay, nice.
Oh, 4 heal. Do you need another one?
I only took 7 damage, so 4's fine. unless
4's
you can
fine?
heal me up.
Cool.
Yeah.
We still have those good berries, so we could give 1 or 2 of those
Oh, yeah,
to her.
Okay.
Yep, so you get...
I've got some healing as well, magical, if any extra is needed at any point.
I don't think so, because the old direwolf took all the hits, so... Yeah.
You know, Shajire is sporting some wounds. Her wounds did
Yeah.
not go away when she went into wolf form.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you need some healing as well, Shajaya?
Yes, please.
How, shall I roll it, or...
The person who
Yeah, I'll
casts
roll
it rolls it, so yeah, Malamak rolls it.
I'll cast it.
Okay,
That's-
some more. Nice.
So that's 7 hit points.
No.
Oh,
How are those polar bears looking? Are they looking wounded as well? Due to their treatment?
They're not looking wounded. The only thing is they look very skinny for polar bears.
Could try to feed them before we leave to
Not
return.
the goblins. Oh, well, maybe you're better at it.
Maybe they would eat some good berries. Is that a possibility?
I don't know.
polar bears are omnivorous.
Yeah.
Would you like to cast good berries and try that, Shajai?
Yeah, yes, yeah, I can
Can
do
you do
that.
them meat flavoured as you're casting it?
So I'm going to cast them, but for the polar bears.
Okay, so you cast good berries and you feed them to the polar bear. I'm going to say, given your previous handling check, it's pretty good. And in the area of Canada where I live, there's lots of blueberry farms, and blueberry farms attract bears. And where I go running during springtime, it's more unusual that I don't see a bear than I do see a bear.
Okay.
So a lot of berries where I live, and they absolutely love berries, and they're absolutely delighted to eat these good berries. So you've made some friends, Shajaya.
Ah. It makes me feel, that reminds me of my home. It gives me a lot of strength to carry on with this journey.
Nice.
Glad to see it.
So you guys are going to take the big caravan, it sounds like?
Yep. Transfer the iron.
Okay, transferring the irons is easy enough.
Might take the sled as well. We'll just tie it to the back if that's all right. And everyone,
We've got some rope.
yeah.
Easy enough to do.
Cool.
Okay, so were you guys riding on the caravan?
No, we're going to make it easy for the polar bears.
Fine.
That's the deal.
Alright, I-
Still need someone up here steering the polar bears, much like you would a horse.
Who is the best navigator?
Well, I have a thing where I know whenever I've been somewhere, I know where I've been as a wanderer. But I feel like if your animal handling and my sort of navigational skills, we should be able to get back to Bryn Shander.
Yes, I'll walk with the polar bears.
Oh.
Okay, then Malamak, I guess, is up here.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else is just kind of around. Feel free to go on the sled if you like. Okay, and you basically give the sled a big 180 and you start making your way back towards Bryn Shander. Okay. Now I am going to say that the journey back... Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. Shajaya, since I saw you last in chat, why don't you roll me a d8? Let's see if any wandering monsters come along. 6. So you,
6.
6. So you head back and you take a break along the way. So for those who'd like a long rest, you can take a long rest. But
A long rest?
Yep, you can take a long rest. There's no wandering monsters that come out, so you're fine. So you get all your spell slot back, and eventually you make it all the way back to the streets of Bryn Shander. What do? You have these polar bears, you have this cart, you have the ingots. What would you like to do?
Are we letting go of the polar bears first?
It's time to
We'll
let
take-
go of the polar bears and thank them.
Or are we going to take them to wherever we're taking the ingots?
Well, if you'd like, Shajaya or Malamak for that reason, you can spend the night learning a new spell, and you could cast Speak with Animals, if you'd like.
Okay,
Okay.
that'd be good.
You can go for it, Shajaya, if you want to. You're the best friends with them.
Animal, okay.
If you want me to do it, I'll do it as well.
Okay, yes please, while I
Okay.
figure it out, sorry.
Yeah. So I don't have the spell right in front of me at this, but I presume
put it
that
in
I
chat.
just... Yeah, cool. And sorry, in the chat for on Roll20.
Yes, that's what
Yeah,
the spell
cool.
does.
So Malamak casts it on himself,
Mm-hmm.
and he bends down and he greets both beasts, and he moves his head close to the one he feels has looks the strongest,
Mm-hmm.
and he thanks them for all their help. And he says, he asks them how they were treated by the goblins. How did these goblins treat you, my friend?
The ones were wicked. Thrashed us with whips. Barely fed us.
Where would you like to?
Every
Where-
creature we've come across of you humanoids has treated us poorly. They've hunted us, they've killed us, they've been taking our children. But you and the nice lady with the berries has treated us better than any creature that walks on two legs has. So we thank you.
Thank you for your service. Do you know where you will go?
Away from this wicked city full of the two-legged walkers. Far away from here.
I wish you well in your journeys. And if our paths cross again, I'd very much like to make your acquaintance once more.
The bear nods and comes right up to you and places its forehead on your forehead.
Polar bear hongi.
There you go.
I want a polar bear hongi.
Well,
He gestures to Shajia to come and hongi the other one.
is right.
what's
Polar bear
happening?
hongi.
There you go.
And
Polar bears.
I assume you release the polar bears after this?
Absolutely.
Yes, we let them go.
So after the polar bear
mu-
hongi, they just run away north.
Are we able to sell this? Oh no, we'll deal with the iron first, but we might be able to sell this sled and caravan, presumably.
Okay.
Well,
we put the sorry.
so we need to go back to the Northlook Tavern and find Haruna the Dwarf to talk about that. And I assume that they were going to pay us to return the ingots and the sled.
Yep.
I thought we get to keep the sled for free.
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
the way.
I'm talking
That's
about
not the way we dwarves do it.
Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry, Carol. I'm sorry. Of course.
And of course, we've got their mate wrapped up in that canvas that we found Bugs and Twitch in.
Yes.
So you head into the Northlook. You see Runa lying there next to a fire. She's got a kind of hand-rolled cigarette and she's smoking it away. And it's interesting the way she's holding it because she's lost 3 of her fingers, so she's kind of holding it between her thumb and her pinky finger. She takes a long drag on this hand-rolled cigarette and blows out a smoke cloud.
Is Cal going to speak to her?
Ah, all right.
Yeah, because
Hey.
you're a dwarf.
Just staring at her for a little while.
Well, speaking with my best dwarvish accent. Okay, the new Haruna. We have found your sled and recovered the ingots.
She takes a long breath.
It's fantastic. It's good news. It's pretty hard over a cat to die, but job well done. I think we owe you a reward.
Oh, and here's your mate.
Oh,
As, Scar comes forward with the canvas and accidentally trips over a chair and drops the canvas. And the dwarf rolls out and says, "Oh, God, that always happens. You should have seen what I did with my puke." Oh, but that's completely unrelated. Anyway, there's your mate.
Well, to say a dwarf falls out is an overstatement. It's a dwarf lacking its head, lacking its organs, and is in several pieces.
I think it's your mate.
And you see that the inn's proprietor, a human. Look, could you just take that outside, please? We don't need parts of
As you
dwarves
were.
inside here.
As you
Just
were.
take it
Oh, it's quite
outside.
refrigerated. He's quite well refrigerated, so it's all good. I've got this. I dropped him accidentally. I'll pick him up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Nothing's happening here.
Outside, I mean, yes, outside, but inside the warm tavern not. Take it out.
Fair enough.
Okay, and you take them out. When Scar returns, there. Well, friend says a deal is a deal, and she hands you out 6. She only has 6 because 6 were here when the deal was made. It's an opaque dark grey gemstones with red flecks worth 50 gold pieces each. And these are known as bloodstones.
there you go. Deal is a deal. Well done.
Just using my stone sense, I'm fairly confident that these are legitimate, worthy things and not some sort of useless baubles.
I'm saying with your stone sense and the fact that you're a dwarf, you pick them up, smell them, give a very slight bite, and you know that these are genuine bloodstones. She's not
Right.
trying to fool you in any way.
And we've got 6 of those to add to the kitty.
Yep, there's 6 of them. Yep.
Fantastic. Well, I think now our next port of call will be to the town hall to drop the remains of Ubok off in the morgue, and perhaps we could touch base with the town speaker.
Oh,
No doubt she wants to hear.
Leave Ubok to us. We'll take care of him. We'll give him a proper dwarven a pyre. We'll just leave him with us. He's our mate. We'll deal with it.
I've left him outside. But I said a prayer before I came back in for him. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind at all. But we'll give him a traditional burial. Oh, burial, by burial I mean cremation. But leave him with us. We've got it. She takes another
That's
drag of a cigarette.
Malamak takes Scar and tries to take him aside and says, I've been thinking. What happens to the names in the barrel after the ritual is complete? Are they stored anywhere or are they destroyed?
You know that they're burnt.
They're burnt. Okay,
Oh,
so
Scar
there's no
knows.
proof.
Scar knows.
Sometimes I do the burning myself. Other times it's Cal. Other times it's the sheriff.
It's very unsettling that people can abuse the system so easily. If we are involved in another one, I feel that we should check that every name has been put in future.
Can only
Should
do
we
our best, but yep.
Should we also ask Haruna, sorry, her name's a bit difficult, where we could sell the caravan?
Oh, Black Iron Blades.
It's down the road.
Just down the road.
Okay.
How much was one of those X-Bigs?
50 gold.
50 gold pieces. So we could probably afford to get one of those each. Well, not quite, because we've got 7 now. Would the X-Bigs be able to drag the cart?
No.
Huh.
No, you
No,
can't.
okay.
Yep. And you're looking at 350 gold pieces for everybody.
We're a bit short of that at the moment.
How many can ride in the caravan?
You
Is
can
it all of us? All 7 of us?
Yes.
Okay. Is there another beast of burden that could actually pull it?
There are
Or
no.
do you get the druids to wild shape and we pull it? I can be a draft horse.
Well, you could do
All of
that.
it.
Keep in mind
I've
it only
seen
lasts for 1 hour.
All of it.
It
It
lasts
only
for 1 hour.
for 1
We can
hour.
do-
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe
Do
2
you
hours.
feel that the caravan is something that we need from now on, or are we freer to move without it? I'm happy to see what you think.
Who are you talking to, sorry?
Everyone, just as in, do we need the caravan, or is it more valuable to sell?
Be nice, but it looks like it's a thing to sell at the moment, based on the fact that X-Bigs can't pull it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There are no horses in the whole of the Dales, so horses aren't an option. The 2 options that people use for animals to get around, one is wolves on wolf sleds, or dog sleds, I
Yes.
guess, and the other ones is riding around on X-Bigs.
Would a gnome and a dwarf, being that we are petite of size, fit comfortably? Could we double on an X-Big?
You could, but there'll be certain penalties associated with it. Like, for instance, if something attacks the X-Beak and it tries to throw you off, you'd be at disadvantage to try and stay on. Things like that. So you could, the dwarf and the gnome could fit onto one X-Beak.
That bunny rabbit looks like it could go in my backpack. Just saying.
I could go in the backpack. I'm a pretty small bunny rabbit.
But not that small, unfortunately.
Pretty big. If you had a bigger backpack, probably give me a piggyback.
Yeah. Well, when we say bunny rabbit, it's not really a bunny rabbit, right? You're a
Humanoid.
Like a humanoid
She's a
size.
bunny
small
rabbit.
creature. She's a small creature.
bunny rabbits.
Oh, gnomes, are they?
Are they little?
Yeah, the halloumis or whatever they're called can choose to be small.
Oh, what size would
Lumi
you?
gets a cheese.
I've got cheese on my mind.
What size would you like to be, Bugsy?
I'm a small one.
Small. Okay, fair enough. So, yep, you have three small things: a dwarf, a gnome, and a bunny. So the bunny could ride with somebody else.
All right. So that's 2 less experts that we need on a standard riding mission.
I just question the need of being able to ride between places as of yet. For me, it feels unfortunate to tether an animal to our will like that.
I hear what you're saying, but it would also be foolish to be lost in the cold with a group of dead people because we didn't get where we needed to go fast enough.
Of
That
course.
does make sense. Oh, that's a hard toss-up. The money or the warmth?
But we were warm before without
Comfortable enough.
enslaving animals. We needed the animals to really only to carry the weight. Not. It's my opinion as a druid and nature lover.
But then again, that was only because we found a cave-ish,
We got lucky,
Type
yeah. And
thing, yeah.
as Malamuk would know,
as
that
opposed to being in the middle where there isn't a cave or any form of
It's true.
shelter.
Twice as fast. Okay.
and Malamuk knows that that storm we're in the middle of was it wasn't mild, but it was far from being as bad as it can get.
So regardless, we still need to sell the caravan because the caravan is surplus to our needs. We'll be riding axe beaks as individuals, kind of like.
I'm looking at the map and the stables is on the other side of town. We might need 2 polar bears for an hour to get it there.
We'll tell them to pick it up where they can pick it up from. It's like not rented in, but yeah. When you sell your
That
broken
it's a
down
click
car,
and collect.
yeah, they can collect it from the north gate.
How much you reckon? Does anybody know anything about he speaks to camera. Does anybody know anything about any characters know anything about horses or sales of horses or anything like that?
Well, you know, there's no horses in the whole of Iceland.
Oh, I mean, sorry. In terms of carts, what a cart might be worth is where I was going with that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, the problem you have a cart without a method to transport the cart. So, in normal times where there would be horses and stuff available, actually, I'll look this up. It's probably got this. Let's have a look. A simple cart, like the one that you're dragging behind it. In good times, you could get 15 gold pieces for it. All things going well. The wagon, which you effectively have, 35 gold pieces.
So we'd get 35 gold pieces if we sold it now.
Well, for the cart / sled, 15. And for the wagon, 35 gold pieces for the wagon.
Yeah, but that sled belonged to... We gave that sled back to the dwarves because it belonged to them.
Oh,
I thought Cal had an issue with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So, 35 gold pieces then. Assuming...
That's quite good money.
And are we able to sell off any of the other stuff? Oh, sorry, are we doing the shop now? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool. Are we able to sell off the remaining daggers and javelins that we picked up as well? Or did we just leave them behind?
I didn't pick him up. I just had a couple of daggers. A dagger. Yeah, no, actually.
Well, daggers. You could maybe get a gold piece for a dagger. Did you guys pick up anything else?
The potion.
The
I've got the
potion.
potion.
Keep that potion, or
Keep that
I
potion.
think I've kept it,
Yeah.
but I thought we should keep it. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
we should
keep
keep
that
it.
one.
Who's going to get it? I don't need it.
I don't need it.
Worked so well with Shijaya last time. Maybe that's the way to go.
I think it's a good idea to add to my box of tricks.
Animal friendship plus being able to talk to animals. Oh well, yeah, it seems to make sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, tell what we'll do.
Alrighty.
Put together a list of things that you want to sell, and next week we'll go through exactly how you
Okay.
can sell it. And just so I can prepare a little bit, where you got you? It sounds like you guys planning to go to East Haven next, right?
Yeah, for the cauldron.
Yeah, East Haven for the cauldron, and also potentially meeting up with old. It's gotten dark in this room.
Shelto.
Yeah, the old murderer.
Ah, Kifik Seltra. Yep. Well, remember
Yeah.
that someone told you. I think it was one of the guys.
They went east.
They went east. Yeah. So maybe
Yeah,
East
so
Haven.
we may as well
could
go
mean
to East
Dugan's
Haven.
Hole. So
We may as well check in East Haven.
I mean, it could be any one of these towns in here, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, East Haven. Okay, so we'll do your shopping next week, and I can't delete my graffiti. Sorry, just a sec. This is annoying me. There we go. Yeah. So we'll do the shopping next week. See what you can get rid of. See what you can get for this cart, and then we'll head off to East Haven. Sound good?
Yep.
Sounds
Yes,
good.
it does.
Okay, nice to have you along, Bugsy, as well. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun.
Excellent. Okay, we'll see you guys
Yes.
next week.
Has Twitch fallen off, has he?
Thank
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
think he did.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you very much, Malcolm.
Okay,
you.
no
Thanks
worries.
again, guys.
Yeah.
Take care,
Thanks,
everyone.
Malcolm.
See you next week.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
sir.
Too.
See ya.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
So